Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are diving in how to know you are ready to start a business. If you are not subscribed to this channel, make sure you are by hitting the subscribe button below. Are you tired of wondering, should I start a business? Should I start it now? Should I wait a year? Should I wait when the economy gets better? Starting a business can be super overwhelming, especially when self-doubt creeps in. By the end of this video, you're going to get super clear on whether you should start a business and what are the first steps to start a business. So here are some things that I think a lot of people wonder when it comes to starting a business. People overcomplicate the process of starting a business. They think they need a business plan, they need a strategy, they need an audience or a community to sell to. People even think that they need to quit their job right away to start a business. And people think they need a ton of capital to start. Now, all of these can be true, but you actually don't need any of this to start a business. You can start right now where you are at. So a little story about how I started my business. One of the things about me is that I've always been very business minded. I've always had the entrepreneurial spirit. And in my early 20s, I started my very first business and it failed in 6 months. I'll put that in another video because I think it's super important. But the point I'm making is that I've always wanted a business for as long as I can remember. So when that business failed, I went back into corporate America, tried to figure things out that way. And my entrepreneurial spirit would not let up. It continued to knock at my heart. So I tried blogging here and there. I tried to create content before the internet social media space became a thing. And I was really scared of what other people thought. So I didn't go all in. I decided to start my coaching business, write a book, start a podcast, and all the things. When I decided to really go all in, and make a decision that I wouldn't quit until my business became successful, that is literally when money started rolling in. When I made that decision, things actually changed for me. Here are 5 signs you are ready for a business. Number 1, you have a really clear why. What is the reason and motivation as to why you want to start a business? What is the thing that drives you to actually make the business successful? This why determines whether you will quit halfway through or you'll see the finish line. My why was that I wanted more time with my kids. I worked a 9-to-5 job and my kids were little at the time. They were about 2 and 4 years old. And I really wanted to spend time with them. I really wanted to be the one making pancakes in the morning and seeing their first steps and doing potty training and all the amazing things. And that was a really strong why for me as to why I didn't give up when I was faced with challenges, setbacks, and even when I wasn't inspired. Number 2 would be your willingness to learn and adapt. In business, it is 20% strategy and 80% mindset. So being able to reprogram your thoughts around making money, selling your offer to people, and really being confident in how you show up shows how successful you can be. The willingness to learn and adapt as a business owner is the biggest challenge I think a lot of people face when they are new business owners. The beginning of my business, I actually hired a coach, went through her strategy, her program. And the biggest takeaway for me with hiring a coach and working with someone was that they had a mindset that was different from mine. They had a mindset of resilience. They had a mindset of confidence. They had a mindset of, I'm going to get it done no matter what. Being in close proximity to someone like that, a mentor, a guide, a coach, is going to change your trajectory. Being able to learn, adapt is a sign that you're ready. Number 3 is problem-solving skills. In business, we're going to be faced with a ton of problems, and it is our responsibility to actually meet those problems and offer a solution. Now, does that mean when I meet these problems, I am fearless in it? No, I am afraid I'm going to F it up. I'm afraid I'm going to make the wrong decision. I'm afraid I'm going to solve it incorrectly. I'm afraid I might do something wrong and actually set myself even further back. Anytime there is a problem that arises in my business, I do my very best to problem solve it that actually creates a profitable outcome, a more positive outcome, and actually helps the community around me along with my business. Problem solving isn't really a business thing, it's really more of a life thing. We encounter problems every single day of our life, and in order for us to be successful in our life, we have to meet that problem head on and solve it, create a plan, brainstorm with other people on how to solve that problem. And same for business. You would need to meet the problem and create a solution for that problem. And another thing for being able to be a problem solver is being able to see problems before they even arise, having the foresight of things that could potentially happen and creating reinforcements so that it doesn't happen. If you already have that in you, if you are already a problem solver in your life, you are definitely going to thrive in business. Number 4, you guys, is basic financial stability. This is kind of a tricky one because I think a lot of people start businesses when they are kind of in a financial hard place. And I don't necessarily encourage for people to start a business when they can't pay for rent, pay for food, pay for their car insurance, all the different things you need to live. I don't recommend to start a business during that time because what happens is you're already stressed out minus the business. Just the general providing for yourself and taking care of yourself is already a challenge. So adding another layer of stress, which is the business, will definitely cause you to have more pressure. And I'm not totally certain that you'll be able to withstand both if you're handling too much in your current life. Now, I don't want to be a downer and say, hey, you got to reel it back in and do something more realistic, like get a day job or more consistent day job. I do operate from the law of attraction, the secret, abundance, being able to call forth things in your life because you are connected to all things. I definitely believe in that. But in order for that to work, you have to be in a very comfortable state. You have to be in a place where you feel safe financially and that you're not going to be out in the streets anytime soon. Basic financial stability is really important when it comes to starting a business. If you already have a financial stable job where you're like, you know what, I got my job down, I've been there for a while, I trust that I do my job well, I'm not going to get fired anytime soon. You live at a place where you can afford it, you drive a car where things are a little bit more easier for you. That would be the best time to actually start a business because everything's kind of on automatic. You know what your life looks like. Now, when your life is kind of up and down, that would not be the best time to start a business. It would really cause more chaos for you. And then also, you're going to be working on way too many things at the same time, which I believe, and a lot of people also speak about this as well, when your attention is divided, you are not going to achieve the goal because clear intention, clear action, and definite purpose on one goal will get you to that goal sooner than a 50% here and a 50% there. 100% clear focus on your goal will get you the goal. So basic financial stability is really important for you to consider if you are thinking of starting a business. Last one, you guys, is probably one of the most important things, and it is your support system and the community you have around you. You are going to go into a brand new endeavor, and you have to be really clear on your target, your goal. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2, you need to embody a whole new mindset when you're in business. Your business isn't a normal 9-to-5 job because You don't just clock in, make your hourly wage, and then you clock out. A business is really an all day and all night thing. Even when you're sleeping, you're thinking about it. And the reason why is because it's your baby. Okay, at least for me, that's how I felt when I first started my coaching business. You really care about it. It's something you created from scratch, from an idea to fruition. So you're going to really think about it a lot, as much as I think your mind could potentially think about it. When you are going into business, a whole new mindset has to be created. A whole new version of you has to be created. There's going to be moments where the old you will come around and say, hey, maybe we quit this and just go back to our safety net of our 9 to 5, because they will remind you of why you started, why this is important to you. And the accountability there is going to help you move past those doubtful moments. If you're not around a positive support system, it will be very difficult for you to change your thought process on your own unless you're already into the self-help world, the positivity world. In the beginning for me, it was really difficult to continue on because I didn't know where I was going to get my leads. I didn't know how I was going to make offers. I didn't have a large community at the time. And starting a business from nothing can be very, very difficult. But once you get the ball rolling, you will see some momentum grow. What helped me is all these books I have here behind me. I actually have started learning about personal development, mindset, money, how to attract money, how to create the life you want as early as 18 years old. My very first book was 7 Spiritual Laws of Success. And I've always wanted to create my dream life, even though there was nothing in my reality that could even cause it. I just knew in my heart somehow I could make it happen. What do you fuel your mind with? Do you currently read or listen to books? Are you listening to a coach or a mentor on YouTube or on social media? And if you don't, definitely subscribe to this channel, obviously, but pick up some motivational books. You could start on the book that I mentioned, which is 7 Spiritual Laws of Success. It does talk about creating wealth, affluence, and changing your mindset around poverty. Having a positive support system that is on board with helping you achieve your goals is one of the best things that will help you long term in your business. And in the beginning of this, I talked about how I hired on a coach. And then throughout my business, I did hire on different types of coaches just to help me with different things in my business. And having and being close to coaches and having that proximity really helped me with my energy. It also helped me become a more powerful business person and a more powerful coach. And when you're close to people who are energetically higher vibrational, they kind of show up different, they lead their lives in business different, it is inevitable that you pick up those characteristics too. You are who you hang out with at the end of the day. So being close to these different coaches, it is all about community after all. I hope this helps you determine whether you are ready to start a business. I do want you guys to comment below which out of the 5 really resonated with you and which out of the 5 do you feel like you embody the most. If you're really serious about starting a business, I do have the Vault, which is a membership program. You have all access to all of my business courses, sales courses, marketing courses, copywriting courses, even podcasting courses, guys. And we have my 3 signature programs available in there as well. My Confident Business Women's Academy, my Sales Mastery, and my Expand Business program. And all of these things are all available to you once you get into the Vault and you have a lifetime access. We are in the introductory rate of the Vault, and the price will increase as members join. So make sure you click on the Vault, get in before the price increases, and start your business today.